Today, we are going to make some grass. No, I'm not in Colorado, so it's not going to be that kind of grass. It's our techniques that are so simple and sensible, your mowers have practically built themselves. Hello folks, it's Mad Dog Merv. Welcome to Up Ship Creek. And yes, because I'm quite often up Ship Creek, trust me. We are going to, today, over to my friend Chris Allred's house. Remember, he's the one last year that had that amazing USS Arizona in 1/425 scale that was basically sitting in the mud a few days after the attack. And we're going to look at one of his other creations that is one of a kind, unique. To my knowledge, nobody else has done it. And, well, he did this probably 20 years ago, so he was definitely the first. But we're going to take a look at his I-400 submarine. It's a Japanese aircraft carrying submarine from late in the war. But what's unique about his is it's in 1/48 scale. So it's not a complete, so it's just a section, but still, you're going to get a kick out of it. So come with Mad Dog Merv. Let's go over to Chris's house. Let's take a look at his I-400 submarine.
So here is our master modeler, my friend Chris Allred, who he and I visited the USS Arizona Anchor when we were in downtown Phoenix for the IPMS Nationals several years ago. But Chris has built some amazing models, a couple I've featured here. But the one that we are going to look at today is his I-400 section. So the I-400 class submarine were the largest submarines in World War II and remained the largest ever built until the construction of the nuclear ballistic missile submarines in the 60s. They were able to carry 3 Aichi M6A Siren aircraft underwater to their destinations. They were designed to surface, launch their planes, then quickly dive again before they were discovered. They also carried torpedoes for close-range combat. The I-400 was designed with the range to travel anywhere in the world and return. A fleet of 18 boats was planned in 1942, and work started on the first in January of 1943 at Kure, Hiroshima Arsenal. While only 3 of these boats were actually completed. Their length was 400 feet. Now keep in mind the Arizona was a little over 600 feet, so pretty big ship here. They had a beam of 39 feet and a draft of 23 feet. They were propelled by 4 diesel engines with 2 electric motors, and they were capable of a speed of 18 knots on the surface and 6.5 knots submerged. So here in this picture you can see the massive door on the front of the tube that carried the 3 aircraft. Now the wings were broken down and folded when it went into the tube. It's a great shot here of the anti-aircraft gun and the bridge area, which we'll be taking a look here in just a minute at my friend Chris's.
So while we're here, we are going to look at Chris's I-400. I've talked to you guys about it a little bit, maybe showing you some pictures here and there. This is absolutely a masterpiece. Now this is completely 100%, with the exception of the aircraft, scratch built. There's no kit available. This is all on 1/48 scale. And of course he does the same thing. He gets these plans.
There are no plans.
What do you got? You got a tip. You got people tipping you here. Holy cow.
Well, I got to pay for the model.
Yeah, he's got to pay for the model. He hides his money everywhere. He invests it in Japanese submarines is what he does. But you can see the work he did on here. How did you get this coating?
Squadron putty.
Just green squadron putty. Wow.
Actually, it's white.
Oh, the white putty. Okay.
I don't like the green.
Wow. I know there's a little bit of brass in here. This is a lot of styrene into this. I actually watched him build it, the different stages over the years. Sorry, the lighting isn't really good, folks, but you can see the I-400 right there. Look at the texture he's got on here. The deck, which is actual wood, as I recall, right?
Yes, wood strips.
Yep, these are wood strips he's got. Scratch-built anti-aircraft gun. Okay.
On the 25, I have a kit in 35th scale that I downsized.
Okay. Wow. And this thing is huge. So here's the I want to call it a siren. Sarin, yeah. Like the nerve gas, sarin.
Almost as deadly.
Now, why did they build this big submarine? Why does it have this airplane on it? What was it going to do?
It was originally designed to attack the Panama Canal. So it has 15,000 mile range, and the Japanese were probably the only ones that had aircraft that were operated off submarines. The Oregon coast was bombed in '42 from a sub, and in '44 they started designing the sarin, and they wanted, one of the drawbacks of the the Glen was that it took too much time to assemble for it to catapult. So they designed this aircraft in such a way that with a good crew, it could be assembled and launched in 9 minutes.
Okay, so what is this pipe here, Chris? This is just interesting that they had this.
That's a snorkel.
Oh yeah, look, it goes up there, huh? Oh, okay.
And you can see the perforations for the ball.
Okay.
The ball inside the tube. And
oh yeah.
Those extend.
Okay.
And those were added after the submarine was built.
Oh, they've got a dirty-dur right there.
A what?
A dirty-dur.
Whatever. Oh,
Dirty-dur! Yeah.
No, that was actually a part of their radar detection.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I had to throw that joke in.
It's okay.
So he did this part right here, part of the tube he left clear. That's so that when he displays this with the aircraft in there, you can actually see where it sat. So this is just amazing. I know that he talked about building another section forward. Hasn't happened, and probably just as well.
Who knows?
Because it's flipping huge. I mean, look at the size of this on this table. It's 1/48 scale. So.
Well, if I did the whole submarine, it would be 4 feet long.
It would be 4 feet long. So. Yeah, and it would be completely scratch built, which would be amazing. So
here's the bridge area, and you can see all of the detail that went into this, the snorkels, the radar, the antennas, just great detail. And again, all of this is totally scratch built by Chris. So here towards the front part of the boat, you have the aircraft handling crane. Still not completely finished after all these years, but it folds down in. And here is the anti-aircraft gun he built. Look at the detail on this. What a great modeler he is.
Well, Chris, thanks for letting us take a look at your part of your collection. I know you've got an amazing collection of World War II Pacific aircraft, both U.S. and Japanese, your 700 scale ships. We're going to come back and we're going to talk with you one of these days about those and some of the really cool builds that you've got going on. He's got some really unique 700 scale ships that he's been scratch building that you just won't find anywhere else. So we'll talk to him another time on Up Ship Creek. So thanks for joining us today, folks, and have
fun. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, and please commemorate Pearl Harbor Day. Please let's not forget.